What is going on, guys? In today's video we are going to take a look at the new Nintendo Switch OLED version. Now this is the newest Nintendo Switch that was recently released, and there's a couple differences between this and their standard Nintendo Switch, which we're going to take a look at in a minute. But first we're going to go ahead and take a look around the packaging and then get this thing out of the box. So it is just a very standard Nintendo style packaging, very clean, very simple. As you can see right over here, they just kind of tell you the main differences between the old Nintendo Switch and the new one. The big differences here is that it has a 7-inch OLED screen rather than the, I think it's a 5.6-inch LCD screen that was on the previous generation. It has a dock with a LAN port. It actually also has as a baseline 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Now, I know that they did release other ones with 64 gigs, but the very first launch Nintendo Switch actually only had 32 gigs, so I'm upgrading to this, and this is actually going to give me twice as much internal storage, so I appreciate that. The LAN support, as I just mentioned on the dock, is really handy if you like doing online play or any sort of competitive play. It just gives you a little bit of a better internet signal than having to be stuck on a Wi-Fi signal. And then the last major change is going to be that it has an adjustable stand. Now obviously the original Switch did have an adjustable stand too, but it was not the best, and they've greatly improved functionality there. On the back, just a little bit of marketing promo showing you that it is compatible with the tabletop mode, with that kickstand that they're talking about over there. You've also got TV mode where you can use this as a home console, and then of course you can take this into handheld mode. And then other than that, let's go ahead and get this thing open. So right away we are met with our white Joy-Cons. I've got them right over here, so you can see. Actually, it's pretty sharp. I wasn't 100% sure if I was gonna like the white color, but I actually think it looks really sharp, and I'm really digging it. I think this is probably my favorite color of Joy-Cons that they've released so far. Go ahead and get the other one out of here too. Pretty much the same thing, just for your left hand. Next, we've got the actual Switch console itself, and again, this is going to be identical to the original one, with the exception of the larger screen, and then this added new kickstand. So this is a substantially improved kickstand, much better. It feels sturdier. It's kind of got like a little bit of a resistance to it as you're opening it and closing it. They did a good job with this, especially if you're somebody who likes to take your Switch on the go. Next, we've got our health and safety information right inside here. So we've got our power adapter here. It's obviously a USB Type-C type power adapter, a standard HDMI cable, a couple of the Joy-Con covers, so you can go ahead and snap that on so you can actually play, use this single controller as a proper controller, so that's pretty handy. You're going to get 2 of these in the packaging. Next, we have the Joy-Con grip. I absolutely love this thing. This is really great if you are just sitting on the couch playing it as a home console. You can pop your Joy-Cons in, and you can actually just use this as a standard controller. Super comfortable. The Switch Pro controller is a really good option, but if you aren't willing to invest the 60, 80 bucks for one of those, this is going to be a good option for you. And then finally, the last thing that we have in the packaging here is going to be this new and improved dock that has the LAN port. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. Okay, so there it is. This is the docking station. Overall, the docking station looks pretty well the same. A couple major differences are going to be just their overall shape. It's kind of more rounded on the edges. It still has the 2 USB ports along the side, which is nice and handy if you want to plug in, you know, a dedicated charger for extra controllers or for any sort of thing like that. And then on the back here, you've got this little section here that pops open. And inside here is where all your cable management's going to be. So you can see you've got an HDMI out, so that's going to go to your TV. This is where you're going to plug in your power. You've got your USB-C type port right here, HDMI, and then you have your LAN port right over here, so you can plug in your Ethernet cable. And when your device is in docked mode, that will send the signal in through these pins inside here into your device, and then you will be hardwired for your Nintendo Switch for some online play. And this just pops right back on just like that, and you are pretty much good to go. Take your Switch, pop it on, and you're done. Now we've got the Switch right over here. I've got it powered up, and I've gone ahead and already got myself set up so my account is on here and ported over. You can see I've downloaded a bunch of stuff, and it's going to automatically start downloading any sort of updates or anything like that. But overall, I mean, the screen quality is really nice. Like, you can see right on this, even filming it, it's nice and vibrant. The screen size is really, really nice in comparison to the original one. And overall, it's a pretty good upgrade. Now, if you already have a Nintendo Switch and you are not the type of person that plays this thing in handheld mode, I'd probably say wait, don't purchase this device, just because it doesn't do you any good to have a bigger, better screen if you're never using the bigger, better screen in handheld mode and you've always got it plugged into your TV. That being said, if you don't own a Nintendo Switch, or you are somebody who likes to take this device portably, definitely the screen makes this a really good purchase and makes it really worth it. So if you're considering picking it up, just keep that in mind. But that's pretty much all I've got for you guys in this video. I'm a big fan of the Nintendo Switch. It's probably my favorite modern console that's been released in the past, 10 years now. Any console that's come out in the past 10 years, this is probably my favorite that's been released. And I'm somebody who's got a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. I typically buy every other console on launch, so that says a lot, especially considering it isn't, the most graphically impressive console. It's just a good, fun handheld that has a ton of great games and a really interesting form factor. So other than that, I don't have much for you guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.